Hey, welcome back to the Half Done Homestead. So today we're installing some vanity lighting, a 3, and I already put in the 2 over here. It's not too difficult. There's some things you have to remember, of course, but every single lighting fixture mounting system could be different. But the wiring in the house is always the same. You have your black for power, your white for neutral, and the bare is your ground. You should have on every fixture in your house a cup for the wires to hide in. If you don't have one of these, you need to put one in. There's 2 ways to turn power off: at the switch or downstairs at the breaker. I suggest downstairs at the breaker, but I'm going to do just the switch. Now we've painted in here, so we have these taped. It is off, it says off, so we're just gonna leave the tape over it for now. You can touch it to see if it's powered, just kidding. So this particular base comes with a plate. And the plate goes over there this way. It has 2 keyholes in it, and then the 2 holes for the cup. Now what I did notice on the other one is this cup does look straight, with these 2 screws do look straight. The other one was up here, one was down here, so I used 1 hole and then I used this slider piece on the other side. This one also comes with the 2 keyholes and the bolts and the, I don't know, walnuts, I guess you'd call them. The pieces of vinyl that go on the wall, you would drill a hole in and tap in the wall. Kind of like these here in the mirror. So we're going to install this first. I will probably use, in this case, if it's level, I will start the screws and see if it's level, and I'll probably use both those screws. And then we can do finite adjustments with the keyholes to do this. Now when I put the other one in, this was level. I put the light fixture on it, and the light fixture was crooked. So we had to take the light fixture back off, make this unlevel to make the light fixture level. So there is that. Remember, the wire's the same. Black is power, white is neutral, and copper is ground, the bare copper. On this particular fixture in the back, white and black wires. Just match them all up. The other one had 2 wires on it. I just put the 2 wires together and put them in the neutral, and then I put the 2 black wires together and stuck them in the power. And I wrapped the ground around this screw here and tightened it up. And then I attached the other end of this ground here to ground the light fixture out to that ground up there. So let's get into this the best I can. And so I'm going to try and do this all one-handed because I don't have a selfie bar or a camera stand to go high enough, or a hat stand. So I have this. It's from just a standard level, and it should be magnetic. It's going to stick to that. I mean, granted, it's not real good. My problem with this right now is the cup, as you can see right here, is not level on the wall. There is literally nothing I can do about that. So I'm going to stick this on here to give me my level as best I can, and I'm going to tighten up these 2 screws. Got my trusty DeWalt here. Don't smoke them down yet. All right, so we can see that it's totally not level. So what will help me level this is if I take and mark the screws here with my screwdriver. I'm going to make sure it's level on the bubble, and I'm just going to take my screwdriver, mark the wall on both sides. Now I'm going to be a little bit lower than the actual keyhole there. Now it's totally off. But now I will take the actual screw that goes into the, this is the pieces they give you. And no, installing light fixtures is not how I cut off my thumb. So I'm going to take this screw and I'm going to run it into the wall so I know exactly where I want to put my anchor. And we'll do that on both sides here. Maybe. Again, this is not easy to do with one hand. So we know where that's going to go. So we're going to take these two screws back out, remove this, and put in the anchors. I'm trying to take my time because this screw that I have for the for this centerpiece is full of paint and starting to strip. Make sure when you're working over a sink, you put the plug down. That way you won't lose your screws. Perfect. So again, we'll take the anchor screw to mark the hole that I want the anchor to go into. Now these anchors are bigger than that hole I just put in, so we'll have to get a drill bit and I will be back. All right, so I got an 1/8 inch drill bit here in my drill. You don't want this to be too much bigger than your anchor. When you drill this out, you're only going through drywall. Don't go any deeper than that. So you'll need to go like, it's 5/8 thick, so not too deep. It might even be 1/2 inch drywall. This isn't a fire break, so it's not 2 pieces. Then you'll take your anchor, you'll stick it in the hole, and then take your hammer, and hopefully it goes in. It didn't go in very well. Kind of mushed it. So hopefully I can make that work. We'll see. So because that one over didn't go very well, I'll do that. That'll give me a little more extra room. So when I put my anchor in, pray to goodness it'll go in right. So we'll push the anchor in. It has those 2 little thingies on it so it doesn't pop back out. This one's gonna go in real good. So we'll tap it. Supposed to be flush like that, not like that one. So I didn't use these on the other light because I didn't need to because my cup was good. So I'm going to pull that one out and I'm going to use one from this package. All right, so instead of pulling that one out and ruining it, I grabbed my scraper here and I was able to work it back and forth and cut through the piece that was sticking out. So now it's flush like this one. So now my screw will go in there to tighten it up. So again, we're going to bring these over. We'll start our 2 center screws first. Then we'll stick in our keyhole screws. Okay, I'll do that real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so I got all my screws started. So the first screw I must tighten up is my best center screw here. Beautiful. Then I'm going to take my level. Let's see how off I am. just a little bit right there. You see that? So we'll tweak it. We need 2 hands for this. It's pretty good right there. So next two I'm going to tighten up. I'm going to tighten up 2 keyholes. Stayed level. And now we'll tighten up the last center screw here. And there we have base plates installed and level. So what we're going to do next is we're going to set the other piece on here and stick the screws in there and make sure it sits level before we connect the wiring. Now our wiring is going to be in the way, so we're just going to try and tuck it flat here to move it. Just get out of the way, that should be enough. So this thing, you can put it on this way, or you can do it the other way. She wants it on this way. So we're going to find the holes. We'll take the security nuts here, and we'll just start them on here. Now again, we don't care the wire sticking out, we're just trying to see if it's level or not. See, with those 2 pieces on there, it won't fall off. So then we'll take our level. We're going to put it on top. I'll tell you right now, it looks crooked. And it is. It's off by a 1/4 bubble. So we need it to be a little farther over. So we're going to have to adjust it. Let me adjust it by loosening the screws. I'll be back. All right, so I had to take it off 2 more times and adjust it. Now you can see it's completely level. So now I'll show you what I had to do and make sure everything is tight. So pull this off and set it out of the way for the moment. See how my keyhole is now not at the top, and this one is. I had to loosen everything up, and I had to basically tweak this up this way in order to get the bubble to move. So everything is on. So I'm going to take, rather than using my impact gun, I'm just going to use a screwdriver here and make sure everything's tight. Because you don't want to strip these out or smoke them down too much. All right. Now it's just a matter of lining up the wires and twisting them together. And again, I can't do that with, oh, I got an idea. All right, so I flipped the camera around so you can see this. How I attach the ground. I will take the ground wire on this, and I will go around this clockwise because that's how it tightens. I will go around it probably twice. Once and twice. So this is going to hold it as well as ground it. So then I take my screwdriver and it's going to want to twist. Okay, now it's tight and now it's grounded. So since we're using that wire first, we'll put the power and the neutral out of the way, take off our wire nut, just line up the wires on the end here and twist it together. Now most fixtures come with wire nuts. Mine already had one up here before I took down. The ones that it come with are dual wire. That's the same as these for 2 wires. Red ones are going to be for 3 wires and so forth. As you get bigger, you need bigger wire nuts. So we're going to take this and we're going to tuck it in the back here to get out of the way. Actually, we're going to redo it because it came off. we go. Just gonna stick it inside that hole there. We're gonna bring it all the way forward because there's not a lot of ground wire to it. Now we'll take our white wire, which is our neutral. Now you can strip these longer if you want to. I'm not going to. And we're going to make sure that they're on either side of the ground wire here because I want to be able to stuff in that hole. At the end, see how it's at the end of the wire? And just twist it till it starts to twist the wire around, and then you know it's tight. Now we can take this one, we can also tuck it in the back inside our electrical box out of the way. And now we're going to do our power wire. And like I said, most houses, the wiring is going to be exactly what I just showed you, black for power. If you have a switch coming from the wall and it has two power wires, this could be black or it could be red, depending on what switch you're using, depending on which one's giving you the power. So this is 2-1 wire, and the other one I believe is 3-1. So it's 2 powers, 1 neutral, and a ground. 2-1 is 1 power, 1 neutral, 1 ground. Now we're going to stick that out of the way as well, up inside the cup here. You can tug on it too, see if it's going to come apart. You saw how the ground just came apart. So the faceplate's on, they're all wired up. Now we're going to take the 2 surface attachment nuts here. We're going to line this up. You can check one more time like I do. Make sure it's level. Perfect. And we took 3 times, but we got it. You can do minute adjustments with this out here in front, but they're very small. And the weight of these are glass cups on here that are going to be facing down, so it's going to be pretty heavy. And then you just tighten those up. That's how we change out, or in this case, install a new light fixture. Now you just put your cups on, put your light bulbs in, and Mama's happy. This is just an inexpensive one from Home Depot. You can go up to thousands of dollars on these things. That's how you do it. Like and subscribe, comment below if you have any questions or want to make fun of me. Got my Ned Flanders look going on here. Howdy doodle neighbor, something like that. Have fun out.